talking about anywhere from $500, $600 to $800 for that piece of equipment. But that's not what I'm talking about. The fire department in 12 years has only bought one fire truck. They just like anything else, have a life expectancy. And eventually those fire trucks are going to wear out. And if you think that the general fund would have money to be able to replace all that, that's great. What I'm saying is that I think the reason that this proposal is the way it is that in the event that we do need to replace a fire truck, or we do need to replace some police cars, that we have that money available to do that based on the rule of the oversight committee.
Well, if it would be something where the police officers and the firemen or the paramedics would use when they're out there on the streets, I could agree to that. Where I'm concerned is that it could be something that would be used for inside the facility, where it's something that I believe the general fund should be able to take care of. But one of the things that I mentioned last year when the measure was trying to go forward, which I was very much opposed, is because it was going through Parks and Recreation primarily. And I even gave the example, a ridiculous example, where it said where a parent will see his child hurt and tell a child, that's okay, you got brand new playground equipment, and so what if it takes you another half an hour for the paramedic to show up. So I even mentioned at that time, and I even said it publicly, if somebody services with a measure to support fire and police, that would be totally insupportable. So, and being that this measure is only focusing on fire and police. Now, one of the things that the city of Calexico has, and not so much, I don't know how they compare with the other border cities that you have mentioned, is, and you did not want to touch on it, is the city of Calexico, population, 35,000, 40,000. During the middle of the day, it's even double that. So the thing is that we should have fire and police to service the 70,000 or 80,000 people during the course of the day. And this is one reason why I am in favor of this measure.
Yeah, you just remind me, we never considered that the population really during the day before we have people crossing from Mexicali is almost double or triple. And I never took that into consideration. But also think about, the casino comes to town, and the city growth, we're predicting maybe, 10,000 homes in the next 10 years? So how are we going to have enough security for the east part of town, or if you have an ambulance way on the east part of town and it needs to go to the west, it will take about 10 minutes drive. I mean, if we have additional station or additional crew to just take off from one point to another point and get there within second, that's a miracle, saving life. This is what we need to do here. This is strictly police and fire. That's all we're doing, and it's additional to what we have. This is not for budget or any purpose other than additional for what we have. So we have a better security and prepare for this growth and crime that will come to Calexico. Thank you. So I will go.
Mayor Pro Tem, I just have one thing that I need to talk about on the technicalities. We got a call from the Register of Voters today because they knew that the council was considering this tonight. When I had spoke to them last week, we talked about the date of June 2nd, 2009, the potential election date. They have word from the state that the state is still considering having a special election on May 19th. And apparently that special election might be to consider a sales tax measure. But what they were asking us is if we put some language into our resolutions and ordinances, which essentially allow them to consolidate, if that May 19th election happens from the state, if we can leave some language in our ordinance to allow our election to be consolidated with that May 19th one, and then if the May 19th one doesn't happen, then the election will be on June 2nd. So I wanted just to make sure you can include that language, and then also I wanted to just state the law in terms of it is Elections Code 1003 authorizes special elections to be on any date. They don't have to be established election date. Revenue and Tax Code 7285.91 does require that a special tax be approved by the city council via ordinance prior to being voted on by the voters, but that will happen because you'll have, if you're interested tonight, you'll have your first reading. We'll have a second reading on May 3rd.
And Jennifer, would you read A to F?
Yes, I will do that. So if I understand it, the motion is to approve items A through F, and I'll read each one of those. And after I read the first one, then if you can do the vote on each one of them individually, that would be great. An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Calexico ordering the submission of a measure to impose a transactions and use tax, a sales tax in the amount of 0.50% to the qualified voters of the city at a special municipal election to be held on May 19th, 2009, or on June 2nd, 2009. The motion is to waive full reading and to introduce by title only.
So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. D.
Ordinance of the City Council of the City of Calexico to add Chapter 3.23, Public Safety Transactions and Use Tax, to Title 3, Revenue and Finance of the Calexico Municipal Code, to impose a transactions and use tax to be administered by the State Board of Equalization. The motion would be to waive full reading and are introduced by title only.
So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item C, resolution of the City Council of the City of Calexico calling and giving notice of holding a special municipal election to be held on May 19th, 2009, or on June 2nd, 2009, for the purpose of submission of a ballot measure to the voters as required by the provisions of the laws of the State of California relating to general law cities.
So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item D would be resolution of the City Council of the City of Calexico ordering the submission of a measure to the qualified voters of the City of Calexico, a special municipal election to be held on May 19th, 2009, or June 2nd, 2009, relating to the approval of a 0.50% transactions and use tax, a sales tax for public safety.
So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And resolution of the City Council of the City of Calexico requesting the Board of Supervisors of the County of Imperial to render specified services to the city relating to the conduct of a special municipal election and to consolidate such election with any statewide or local elections to be held on May 19th, 2009 or June 2nd, 2009.
So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the last one is item F, resolution of the City Council of the City of Calexico authorizing the filing of an impartial analysis with written arguments relating to a measure to approve an ordinance imposing a 0.50% transaction and use tax, a sales tax for public safety.
So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passed. I just want to tell everybody that right now, this is when we start to work on this measure. Everyone individually that cares about the safety of Calexico needs to get out there and campaign in favor of that measure. That's the only way we can have a safer Calexico. Let's work hard together. Thank you. And the meeting is adjourned. Artie, I'm sorry. Let's reopen the meeting. We got three items in RDM. Item number 20. Authorized staff to file notice of completion for the community center restaurant upgrade and addition project. So, all those in favor? Aye. Motion passed. Item 21, budget amendment resolution for the government agency. City manager recommendation approve the budget. We have a motion? So, move. Second. By me. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, so we have 3-1. Motion passed. And item number 22, budget amendment resolution for community center upgrade and in addition project city manager recommendation approval. We have a motion. So moved. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those items could have been on the consent agenda, but we separate the meeting. And at this time, the meeting is adjourned.